Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chandrika and this is Rika Life. Thank you so much for joining me today on my adventures in yarn and crochet. I always have so much to share because I am so heavily into yarn and crochet almost every day of my life. So today we are going to dive into my whips, and I'm calling them whips, but they are literally projects that I just started. So I am trying to make a few things. Last weekend, my priority was to make hats, to do shawls, and to work on a blanket. So the blanket is actually behind me. It's a baby girl blanket. And I made a little bit of progress on it, but I think it's going to need to sit on the back burner for a while because I am trying to get things ready for my sale at the end of November. So let's get to that part first. So I have a whole to-do list. So my whole to-do list includes, for the sale, I want to make 4 snakes. So in my fall festival sale that I had, I sold 1 snake, but I only made 1 snake. So this time around, I'm going to try and make 4 snakes. I had made 8 octos and I sold 5 of them. So I have 3 left over. So I'm thinking of making 3 more. And then I saw this really cool pattern for granny square tree ornaments. You literally make a granny square, and then the way you fold it, stitch it, and you add the trunk, you can make an ornament out of it. So I'm going to make that as well. And lastly, but not the least, I want to make 2 baby boy blankets. I have 7 or 8 blankets ready right now, and only one of them is kind of gender neutral or suitable for a boy. So I'm going to share with you, I just pulled out all this yarn. I am going to make 2 baby boy blankets, and I'm not going to make them too large, so hopefully it's not too overwhelming. I have about 3 weeks left until my sale, so I'm kind of just trying to prepare right now. So I'm mixing a couple of colors. I pulled out Caron Simply Soft in white. I pulled out Caron Simply Soft in dark country blue, so it's this nice navy blue. And then I pulled out a Big Twist gray. I don't know if this is their charcoal gray or titanium. I don't think I have the label anymore, but I'm going to put these 3 colors together. Okay, so for this, I'm thinking of doing a sedge stitch or something. I don't know. I need to see because I don't want it to have too many holes, but I'd like it to look kind of more lush. So I know I've done the side stitch before and I really enjoyed it. Another option is to maybe do a moss stitch, though that might take some time. But I'm going to work it as either a square or a rectangle, and I'm going to work in rows. So maybe the moss stitch might actually look really nice with this. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. I'm going to be starting on this very soon, so I would definitely appreciate your suggestions on this. So again, that's white, dark country blue, and then this gray, which is Big Twist Value. So those were the 3 colors that I showed you. Okay, that's for one baby boy blanket. For the second one, I literally just started it. So this is the second one. Whoops, okay. I caught my yarn. I caught it. Okay, the second one is going to be a corner to corner blanket. And I have Line Brand Mandala Ombre in the color Mantra, M-A-N-T-R-A, or Mantra. And these are the colors. So there is a baby blue, a grayish blue, a green or shades of green, and then more blue. So that's the base color. And then I am using it with Caron Simply Soft Berry Blue, and I think that matches it quite well. So the plan is to do, I just started, I just made this much. The plan is to do kind of half of it in this color, and then the middle portion will be blue, and then back to this color. That's what I'm thinking so far. And I just made a start, so I will tell you how I do my corner to corner, and this is just from watching many videos over the years, I chain 5 when creating a new block, and then I chain 2 when going to the next block. Okay, so when you slip stitch, so for example, I'm over here. So when I will slip stitch here, I will only chain 2. The height will not be chain 3, the height will be chain 2, and that just creates a more dense fabric. Of course, this is corner to corner, so if you really had to, you could pull it apart. But the point is that it's quite dense. If you're interested in corner to corner, I have 2 tutorials on my channel. Go over to my tutorials playlist. You can find them in there. In one, I go through corner to corner, how to do it, how to construct different shapes. And in the other one, I've given you specific instructions. So I actually mixed cinnamon swirl cakes, Karen cinnamon swirl cakes with Big Twist Value, I believe. And I made a blanket. So I shared the exact instructions on how to make that one. So both of those are in my tutorials playlist if you are interested. So I'm super excited that I'm finally devoting some time to some baby boy blankets, because I mean, at my last sale, I sold a yellow blanket, and I think that was for someone who didn't even know what the gender was yet. So I mean, I guess yellow was neutral enough, but I actually don't have any yellow right now. I think I have like a lemonade color, but that's like super duper bright. Okay, I shared in my community tab a picture of me wearing this hat, and I wanted to show it to you again. This is a hat pattern that I created. It's called a fresh air hat. There's a full tutorial on my YouTube channel, and there's a written pattern on Ravelry. Now, I made a slight update to this, which I have mentioned in earlier videos, but if you're new here, you might not have gone back to watch that. I changed 2 rows, row 12 and 13, and those are just double crochet rounds, okay? So there were 2 rounds about here after the first repeat where I did an increase for 2 rows, and then I continued. So the hat kind of went out like this because I didn't feel it was wide enough. But after having made like 15-20 of these over the summer, this is the kind of pattern I used. And I simply, those 2 rows of double crochets that had increases, I do not increase there. I just do just double crochets in every stitch. Now, to me, this hat is pretty perfect. I'm not sure 100% about the length. If you'd like it to be shorter, you can always just do 1 row of double crochet here, which I think is sufficient. But that might change the look of the hat a little bit because this 1 row won't be here. So you'll go directly from this into this. I'm pretty sure I've done it both ways. If you want to go back into my summer videos, there's a thumbnail with a hat exactly like this, but it's in pink. And if you watch that video, I will have described to you how I have made it. But I just retested this because I updated the PDF pattern on Ravelry, so I wanted to make sure that there were no other changes that I'm making. And so this is what it's looking like. I'll show it to you up close. It's really, really beautiful pattern. So we start off with half double crochets, then we go, double crochets. Getting all my hats mixed up. We start off with double crochets, then we go into front post, back post, then we go into half double crochet in the 3rd loop. When you're doing this part, make sure you do 1 row of only half double crochets and then 3 rows of half double crochet in the 3rd loop. Okay, then there's 1 or 2 rows of simple double crochet, and then this pattern repeats. So that is the 2nd repeat there, and the last row is a single crochet. I feel like the video is still very sufficient. Just when you get to row 12 and 13, don't do the increases, just make a simple double crochet round, okay? And I am loving this yarn. I just need to like tell you again, I want to buy more of this yarn. This yarn, like, look at how beautiful it's working with my pattern. It's as though it's made for my pattern. This is Hirschner's Sweet Swirls yarn. I don't know where I saw a few of the colors, and I solely bought it based on the colors. But this is such a nice soft yarn by Hirschner's, and those are the stats. So it is 100% acrylic, 7 ounces, 200 grams, 612 yards, 560 meters. Okay, it recommends a H 5mm hook, machine wash and dry, made in Turkey, and it's a number 3. Okay, so it's not worsted weight, it's a number 3, and you can kind of see that there it is, a number 3. I'm just in love with this yarn. Okay, this color is called Fresh Air, so this hat is literally named after this yarn. The other two I had were, I think, Pink Pop and Bright Baby, or I might be mixing those up. Yeah, I think that's correct. So there are a few colors. I think there's like 6 to 8 colors, and I had bought 3 colors. I had bought 2 balls of each color, and just look at the colors on here. They're so lush. There's such beautiful purples and blues, and this very, very light blue. And I mean, worked up is just gorgeous. So I would really love to buy more of this yarn. I kind of have yarn coming out of my ears, bursting at the seams right now. But if I had to buy another Hirschner's yarn, I would buy this one. There is another one, and of course now I've closed it. I had it open on my computer. Let me see if I can find it. It was another Hirschner's yarn that I wanted to buy that was their own yarn. So let me just see. Hirschner's yarn. I think it was called Baby 8, something like that. And I saw some really nice colors. So they have a worsted 8 baby sparkle yarn, and I think that's the one I've already used. But the one I wanted to tell you about was a worsted 8. Now, of course, why is it so far down the page? Hold on, let me see if I can find it. There's specks, stripes. Let me type it in. Hirschner's worsted 8 yarn. Let's see what comes up. Okay, so I think this is the right one. No, this is a different one. Okay, they have a few different ones. This one's also called worsted 8. I think it's just called Hirschner's worsted yarn. Hirschner's worsted yarn. Let's see what comes up with that. It was a different image. It had two things of yarn. Okay, I can't find it right now. Oh, there. Okay, here it is. Hirschner's worsted 8 baby yarn. So Hirschner's worsted I can't even say it. Hirschner's worsted 8 baby yarn. So it is 8 ounces, 489 yards, and the colors are just gorgeous. And I'm just hoping, it's also 100% acrylic, but I'm just hoping it's a number 4 worsted weight. So this is a 3 weight, but the one I'm talking about on their website is a 4. And it is on sale for $4.47. That's not a bad price at all. I just wish I knew what it felt like because I really want to try it. So they have such beautiful colors. There's like pinks and purples and blues and greens and just so many different shades, like coral shades and baby blues and yellows. So there's like pastel colors, there's brighter colors. They also have like variegated colors, fairy princess, fluffy cloud. They have like, what's that, 5, 6, 7, 8 like variegated colors, and then a bunch of solid colors. I really want to buy it, guys. I don't know what to do. They've had free shipping so many times over the last week, and I haven't taken advantage of it. But yeah, this is Hirschner's worsted 8 baby yarn. If you have used it, can you please let me know, because I want to know how soft it is. I want to know if it's comparable to this or if it's scratchier like their regular yarn, because their regular yarn was not very soft and this one is very soft. So that's what I'm after. I'm going to leave it open now so that I don't need to look for it again. Okay, now what else did I want to share with you? So I shared with you the baby boy blankets. I shared with you the hat that I tested, and then I have been busy, you guys. I had promised that I was going to work on some shawls, so I have started 4 shawls. I'm going to share them with you right now. It's just a start, so I haven't done a whole lot on them, but this is the first color I'm using. So this is Line Brand Ice Cream Yarn. I got it on clearance at Hobby Lobby. This is the color Raspberry Ripple, okay? And that's what it looks like. It's really, really beautiful. It's pretty much true to the colors that you're seeing. This is considered a light 3-weight. It's 394 yards, 360 meters, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams. It's 100% acrylic, machine washable and dryable, made in Turkey. Recommends an H5 millimeter hook. Okay, so I went up a hook size from H to I to 5.5, and I am making Crystal over at Bag O' Day Crochet. I'm making her Annabelle shawl again. So this is my start. So you construct it this way, but then you wear it this way. So you're kind of working from the top. I don't know. I don't want to confuse you, but you'll wear it this way. But as we're constructing it and we're holding it because we're crocheting, you work on it this way, if that makes sense. So this is the front, and you do 5 rows of granny stitch, and then you do 3 rows of only double crochets, and you continue that pattern. It's called the Annabelle shawl, Annabelle, Annabelle shawl, on Crystal's channel. So I made it in that color. Then I have Lion Brand Mandala in Phoenix. That's the color. And I started that one. Okay. And then these are all Lion Brand yarns, guys. This is Lion Brand Mandala in Unicorn. That's what it looks like. And I just started from the center, so it's just gray right now. Okay, and then the last one that I started is, I think it's Kraken. It's one of the newer colors, yes. So this is the color Kraken. That's what it looks like. It's really, really nice. Really good boy colors, but I'm not making a blanket out of it. I don't know why. Should I make a blanket out of it? I mean, I just made a start on the shawl. I felt like this would be a really nice shawl because this blue is like very vivid. It's so nice. It's almost exactly the same color that you're seeing on the screen there. I don't know. I don't even know if this is enough for a baby boy blanket. Like, I'm just thinking if I could match any colors from my stash with this. So I could maybe match this forest green with the Karen Simply Soft that I have. I don't know, you guys. Okay, let me know what you think. Should I make this into a shawl or should I make this into a boy baby blanket? And if so, I'm going to match it with either a green or I don't know if I have this color, or a white, or, I mean, I could even match it with black, but I don't know. I'm not having any inspiration right now and being able to think of a good pattern for this. But keep in mind, this is a 3-weight yarn, so it's very thin. And so I think I'd have to use something like Karen Simply Soft with this. I'm only saying that because that's what I have in my stash. So, okay, I'm now in a conundrum. And I don't know if I should make this into a shawl or make this into a baby boy blanket. And I likely would take out that yellow because there's very little of it. So let's just pretend there's no yellow and just pretend there's greens and then these blues. And I'm open to your suggestions. Please let me know down below in the comments, okay, guys? So I started those 4. I kind of do this sometimes where I do things like in batches. I remember doing this with star blankets, I think. Star blankets or ripple blankets, something like that, where I literally did the same thing. I started off like 4 blankets and then I just went one by one and did them. This is helpful for me because then I don't have to remember what the starting of the pattern is. I can just sit down and make the same thing 4 times. And then next time when I sit down, it's already ready, so I can just continue the pattern. I just find that easier, and it kind of helps me to know that something is started. So that's why I also started the corner to corner baby boy blanket, just so that I know, okay, it started, and then I can just pick it up. There's something about starting things. Sometimes you don't want to start something new. You kind of feel intimidated or you're unsure about what the project's going to look like. And so this kind of just gets rid of all those feelings, and it's like it's already started. You can just pick up a whip and you can just go. I found that the blanket that I was making, that one with the mandala ombre in Tranquil, where's the tag? Of course, I don't have it now. I love it, but I don't feel like working on it right now. So what's it called? Like whipitis or something? When you just want to work on a different whip. I don't even know if there's a name for it. But anyways, I am posting this video either on Thursday or Friday of this week. If it's Friday, then I hope you have an awesome weekend. I'm planning to go live on Wednesdays and Sundays. I'm just trying it out. So Wednesdays likely around noon Central Time, and then Sundays, I think it was a Sunday last week. I went live around noon as well, I think. So just trying to get on here and create some engagement and talk to you all in real time. So definitely turn on all the notifications for my channel so that you get notified when I'm going live or when a new video is posted or when I post in the community tab. I'm trying to stay as active as I can here on YouTube. I also have a Facebook page attached to this channel. So feel free to like my page and follow me on there. And thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, I hope you have a wonderful crochetful day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.